Hi everyone. Today I'm sharing a list of flowering plants that I grow in clay soil in my Zone 6B Kansas garden. These flowers bring beauty and pollinators to my garden all year long. All of these plants are perennials, which means you plant them once and the same plant keeps producing every year. Crocus opens the season in spring, flowering in the second half of March when it is still quite cold. They grow up to the height of 4 to 6 inches. Crocus is grown from bulbs. Most common colors they come in are yellow, violet, and white. Daffodils bring joy in early April. I have planted landscaping varieties of daffodil to make sure I get flowers every year. The ones commonly found in garden centers don't bloom every year for me, but these ones do. I extend the daffodil festival by planting few different varieties of it. As the yellow variety fades away, the white ones begin to bloom. These grow up to 14 inches in height and make great cut flower which adds a delicate aroma to our rooms. I will link these varieties in description. Large hyacinth makes a beautiful border in April. These come in many exotic colors and smell great. Plant them in front row as they grow up to 8 to 10 inches in height. I would add grape hyacinth to this list as well. When planted close enough, these make beautiful base layer for a border. These grow 5 inches tall and bloom profusely in first half of April. Creeping phlox looks like a carpet of flower. These are great to plant around garden statues and bloom beautifully in April. Beginning of May looks pretty with lilac blooming like crazy. Butterflies love it so much and so does my family. We bring it lots of lilac indoors because it smells so great. Lilacs are usually large bushes and need their own space, but they are worth it. In the middle of May, alliums bloom and pollinators just love it. I grew these from bulbs and I love the unique shape they come in. These make great display when in bloom and even when dried. We use them for decorations indoors. These grow tall, up to 2.5 feet in height. Peonies also flower in the second half of May and smell so good. They look very impressive too. I planted this one from bare root. It took 3 years to grow big enough to make any flowers, but it was worth the wait. Again, a great cut flower. Clematis is a vine that you cannot miss. Mine is too young and I planted it from bare root 2 years ago, but well-established clematis makes a lot of flowers. The variety that I have blooms in May as well as in fall. Lavender helps transition in June. This plant is loved by pollinators and it keeps giving. It blooms all the way into fall. I planted Munstead English lavender, which is an edible variety. So I dry the flowers and we use it to make tea sometimes and to decorate cakes. June shines with these yellow knockout roses. I grabbed this one on clearance in fall 3 years ago and planted it here right away. Yellow goes very well with purple, so I planted salvia next to the yellow rose. Salvia seems to bloom all the way into fall. I have 2 climbing roses. One is red in color and the other one is yellow. I'm trying to train them into an arch shape. These flower in June as well. If I have to do it again, I won't plant a climbing rose because these need pruning. It's more work than any other perennial flower I have. This vibrant orange lily is a sight to behold. It flowers in second half of June. I haven't noticed any significant aroma from it though. I planted it from rhizomes, which are the stem of the plant with roots growing from it. It flowered the second year after planting. July is when I enjoy sitting near my front door because the oriental lilies fill the air with their scent. I planted it from rhizomes and they have multiplied. I'm not complaining because I love them. Daisies also flower in July and make a beautiful display around my garden fairy fountain. I got these plants on clearance in fall couple of years ago. Is it pink? Is it blue? I don't care because hydrangeas rule. I just made that rhyme up, but July is when hydrangeas bloom and they are so pretty. The white ones don't change color much, but the pink ones definitely do, and I love to watch the transition. Lavender, salvia, and rose will still make flowers in August, but by this time, the annual flowers also bring in a lot of color in the garden. The crepe myrtle brings beautiful pink colors in August. It is a tree, so give it its own space. The trunk of my tree was kind of dead, so I got it chopped and then the side shoots appeared. So for me, it is like a flower bush now, but I don't mind. By the time we are in September, the autumn joy sedum begins to flower, but these are just flower buds and look white in color. As they slowly open up throughout September, they will change their color to pink. Pollinators love this plant because I find so many hovering over it. By middle of September, chrysanthemum starts flowering as well. They make a very nice display with their vibrant colors and last really long, all the way into October. If it doesn't get too cold, the knockout roses send another flush of flowers at the end of September. Chrysanthemum and sedum hold the ground in October for us, here in Kansas. But some of the dried flowers, such as the alliums and the orange lily, leave behind beautiful shapes that maintains interest even in cold weather. December to mid of March is too cold for flowers here in Kansas, but sedum holds the shape of its dried flowers and brings winter interest. I also have a list of vegetables that you can use to grow food all year long. I will link it on the screen. Check it out next.